His videos for SNED. Cut your thing about the footballer and the mandatory water / strategic break. I get the humor in the situation where the commentator just had no idea who they were talking to. My mind had so many thoughts surrounding it, spanning from the popularity of that sport down to the thought that civilians or armchair footballers would have some sort of a say. It made me wonder what kind of a heart that comes from. And when I think of what kind of heart that comes from, I'm beginning to learn, and it's a lesson that I probably should have learned a long time ago, is when we hear about something or hear about a situation that's either going to be enacted or something that somebody's pushing for, I need to imagine the worst possible case scenario of what that resolution or law would actually be for. With the specific to this soccer water break for professional players, I see it as a better than zero probability that advertisers would spend a great deal of money to push for that type of scenario. And they would give said money to owners, coaches, even players to, in essence, support this situation. And just like American football, now you have a commercial break. Now we're making more money. Forget the sport of it. They're going to win. They're going to win in that. And a well-meaning person saying this, oh, but think about the health of the athletes, could very well just simply be a shill to push this agenda to increase advertising revenue. Follow the money, right? Follow the money. That's awful. How they're going to win? They are going to appeal to a kind, soft heart. People whose children are into that sport, they're going to think, oh, if these pro athletes set the example, then our children will be healthier and we can't have them suffering. Forget the fact that the professional soccer players that we see on TV have been in a semi-pro league from the time that other parents' kids are still just goofing around with a ball. There's no comparison. We're going to lose this sport. It's going to be sacrificed on the altar of the advertising click. Which is exploring that, it's a very quaint concept, because network television, I think, is in serious competition with on-demand television. Like, even if you're live streaming, it's still so much easier to put up an advertisement while the action is going on versus having a set point break. Some advertisers, though, may not be up to that. And you can usually tell by who those advertisements are appealing to. A little blue pill that helps you get an erection. Adult diapers. Shit for plaque psoriasis or some other malady. So it appeals to the older generation that would be watching that in a network format. The time of that will pass. The pacing. They can't lose the momentum. Baseball in America is an example. They've set a time limit on how long before the pitch is happening. So in essence, we're gonna have a situation to where baseball speeds up, but soccer football slows down. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. I do, though, when you were describing what the player's response was, like, I do have experience playing this at an elite level. When I was growing up, I never realized the deliberate nature and the mindfulness of how these sports people approached their craft. I should have known better. I should have, because I played with some of these people. No one that I was ever a teammate with went pro, because I can only imagine how amazing those people were. But the people that I played with that went on to a post-high school collegiate level, they were so damn good. It was like being a 5-year-old playing against an adult to play against him. We had this one guy. I was a freshman. He was a senior. He went on to play at the University of Wisconsin. So, as a defensive end, if it was him getting the ball, and this was also against our opposing teams, if the quarterback threw the ball anywhere in his vicinity, up to and including taller than the person guarding him, there was nothing that motherfucker could do about it. Speaking specifically of water breaks, so in the summertime when we were doing 2-a-days, and so many of us thought that we were going to die, he was calm. He was in control. He was in control of his body. Motherfuckers have no concept of what that is, or what those people can take and do, or how in tune they are with like their hydration and shit. It's like an appeal to ignorance. And I'm afraid, just like so many other things, ignorance will end up winning out. And yeah, that's what I got about to say on that. Great seeing so many videos from the Snedster. Really appreciate what you contribute. For those who check out my video, namely Peanut, I will endeavor to put a link to Sned's video in the comments, which will cause a little bit of a delay in this posting, because fuck me, I've actually got to work today.